Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's happening?
I've got something here which I think is pretty spectacular.
A magnifying glass.
No, it's better than that. Bam! That is 18th century onyx diamond authentic spectacles.
Sweet.
I think Sherlock himself would be rather proud, don't you? I came to the pawn shop today to sell a very unique pair of glasses. I'd like to sell them because I have no use for them. What I'd like to get for them today would be up to $5,000. If I break even, I'll be happy.
So where'd you get these?
I bought these about 10 years ago while I was visiting an antique store.
Mind if I take a look at them?
Absolutely.
God, are these platinum?
Platinum onyx with diamonds in them.
You have to imagine the amount of money someone would have had to be able to afford this stupid of a luxury.
I don't know about stupid, but
Oh, come on. I mean, you really need platinum, sapphire, and diamond reading glasses at night? These glasses definitely weren't just the type of thing someone could pick up at a drugstore a couple hundred years ago. There's enough stones and precious metals in them to make them worth a lot of money. Any idea what you want for them?
$5,000, how's that?
If you broke it all apart, I could tell you exactly what the platinum's worth and what the diamonds are worth and what the sapphires are worth.
Okay.
But when you put them all together like this, it kind of puts you in a conundrum. You mind if I call my dad over here? He's just gonna give me a better idea of what they're worth.
Okay,
Let me go grab them real quick. I'll be right back.
okay, thank you.
I think there's definitely something here. But since I've never seen a pair before, it's worth asking for a second opinion.
Hey, how's it going? You've been here before, haven't you?
Yeah, I was with the pedal car, remember that one? The black and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
All
good
right.
doing business with you.
Okay. All right, what do we got here?
These are 18th century spectacles.
Okay.
Old chap, you know what I mean?
So what do you think about them, Rick?
They're probably 1920s, the whole Art Deco style. This was what was popular during the time period.
Spectacles were probably first invented in the 13th century. And by the 16th century, people were buying them and personalizing them, making them a fashion statement.
What do you think they're worth as is?
Generally, jewelry from this time period of this quality is worth a lot of money.
Good.
But technically, this isn't jewelry. Got probably 10 grams of platinum there and some very inexpensive stones. And you can't exactly wear these around your neck.
So what do you think they're worth?
$700 or $800.
Seriously?
Yeah.
When he brought out his dad and told me they were worth $700 to $800, I was a little bit disappointed. I honestly thought they were more valuable than that. I'm gonna disagree because I've seen similar ones online valued at $5,000 plus.
Is that what they want for them, or is that what they're selling them for?
Oh, that I don't know.
Thanks.
These things look really cool and Art Deco, but spectacles aren't used by a lot of people today, so they're basically worth the raw materials.
How much were you looking to get?
Give me $850, I'll leave a happy man.
What do you think, Big Hoss?
What'd my dad say, 800?
Yeah.
I feel a lot better about these now that my dad looked them over, but I think he might have lowballed a little bit.
$850, come on. It's a win-win situation, don't you think?
I'll give you the 850.
Good man.
All right.
Cheers. Thanks.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, I'll meet you down over here at the counter.
All right, appreciate it.
My dad knows a lot about diamonds and precious metals, but what he doesn't know is how hot vintage jewelry is right now. If I'm gonna prove I deserve a piece of this company, I'm willing to take risks like this to show I know what I'm doing, even if it does piss my dad off.
How you doing?
Doing all right. So what do we got?
Man, I got a 1979 Gibson Thunderbird bass.
Okay. Set it down on this for me.
Yes, sir. Natural finish and supposedly one of just 21 they did in the year of 1979.
Sweet.
In Tennessee, we call it Thunder Chicken. I'm here at the pawn shop today to try and sell my 1979 Gibson Thunderbird bass. I got it about 8 years ago. I found an ad online. A little gentleman in a small town in Tennessee had it. Oh, I played it, and it is butter. For being played since 1979, it's in immaculate condition. Hopefully, I'd get $7,500 for it today.
This is cool, but you kind of got me, man. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. You know, Gibson's just one of those great American companies, though. I think they started in, the early 1900s. And,
Right.
They're still alive and kicking today.
Right.
I don't know that much about the Thunderbird model.
This 79 natural finish, they only made 6, which would make it the rarest production run bass guitar Gibson's ever done.
Okay.
And there's nothing that sounds like a Gibson Thunderbird. The old humbuckers that are in them just have a tone that you can't duplicate in these new instruments. So,
Do you mind if I...
go ahead.
Okay.
Knock yourself out.
I mean, it looks like it's in great shape. There's not like really any buckle rash or anything on it. I mean, do you play it often or?
Yeah, that's why when I heard the rarity of it, I decided I was going to try and get something else because I'm pretty hard on gear, and if it's really that rare, I don't want to beat it to death.
Okay. How much are you looking to get for it?
If I can get $7,500 for it, you know, get me another bass and buy me a bucket of fried chicken and put a down payment on the truck for my wife, it'd be all right, man.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Let me give a buddy of mine a call. He's going to know way more about this thing than me.
You got it.
And we'll see if we can get you that chicken and that down payment, all right?
You got
I'll be
it.
right back.
All right, man. I'd love to have an expert come in and check it out, because then I'll actually know and, you know what I got.
Wow, look at this. Thunderbird.
Yes, sir.
I'm sort of in shock. I've never seen one in person, actually. It's kind of cool. The Thunderbird came out originally, I think, in 1963. They were trying to come out to compete with the Fender P bass and the Fender Jazz bass, and this has just got a legendary tone. It's a neck through, which means the neck and the body and middle here are all one piece, and then they glue the wings onto the side afterwards. So with this all being one piece that you lay the fretboard on, it's got a lot of resonance, really, really thumping low-end tone. These are really highly sought after by bass players. It's okay if I pick it up?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's see. Oh, wow, not even too rashed out on the back. You took care of this. Original tuners?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. So if this is all natural in 1979, they did not make a lot of these at all. Yeah, this is a beauty.
Give me an idea of what it's worth.
These are very rare. I think Gibson in 79 did 20 or 21 basses. 6 of those were natural finishes. I think 3 of which currently have been destroyed or lost. To see this in front of me, it's kind of cool. It's almost like a unicorn.
Okay, now you're scaring me.
I like unicorn. That's good.
Given the rarity of it, and this one's in all original condition, I'd say $9,000.
Wow.
All right. Well, Wolf, I appreciate you coming down.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
man.
Nice meeting you.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful bass.
Thank you.
Well, my man, I'm going to tell you this, buddy. You are my favorite type of customer. I don't see any reason to negotiate with you. You came in, knew exactly what you had. I'll give you the $7,500 and a little bit of extra for that bucket of chicken, all right?
That sounds good, man.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Meet me over there.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna take this $7,500, probably buy me another bass, maybe put a little down payment on a pickup truck from my wife. Maybe go get some fried chicken.
So you guys look really comfortable. This sets a whole new precedent around here. Antoine is working harder than you guys. You know what? And I'm not even gonna get mad at you because you guys are gonna leave on a mission.
I'm all about missions. What's up?
You guys are driving up to Carson City, and there's a guy up there with a 1970 650 Tiger Triumph, okay?
Oh, sweet.
Wants 10 grand for it. I'm sure you can pick it up for right around 8 grand. As long as it runs good, I want it. So, you know what? You guys
It's not going to run good
How do you know it's not going to run good?
because it's a Triumph.
Don't Triumphs run better than Harleys?
No.
Yes.
The only reason he likes Triumphs is because I like Harleys.
No, I liked Triumphs before you were born. I just
They're
like-
backwards, dude.
No, they're
weird.
just different than American bikes because the old Triumphs,
Or backwards.
yeah, they're backwards. So what's the problem?
It's weird.
Well, you just have to get used to doing it.
They're lame.
I'm giving you guys a break when I shouldn't be. So go to Carson City. Bring Antoine with you. If it runs good, just buy it for me, okay? Even
Can I ride my Harley?
I don't care what you ride. Just go up there and get me the motorcycle.
Ready for a road trip, Big Hoss?
I guess so. You want to ride bikes?
I'm down.
Okay, cool.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Hey, how's it going?
Corey, the bikes are back in the warehouse.
Let's check them out.
We do motorcycle frames, we do gas tanks, we do oil tanks, we do handlebars. We got 5,000 different parts we make here in the U.S.
So pretty much, yeah, if you're building a custom bike, you're gonna at least have a few parts from these guys on it.
Well, the bikes are back here. Let me show you. We got a couple of nice ones. I think you're going to really get excited. This is a 1970 Triumph.
Oh, that's nice, man.
I actually bought this bike in 1999 and sent it to my nephew, and he restored this bike in 3 years from a pallet of parts to exactly as you see it now.
It's actually funny, man. I've never liked Triumphs, but this is kind of tickling me a little bit.
I have a 1970 Triumph Trophy 650 for sale. It's fully restored. It's really a nice piece. You don't find them this way very often. I'd like to get $10,000 for that.
You like this thing?
Don't tell anybody. but yeah, it's actually really clean. Your nephew did a really good job.
I mean, it's just like it left the factory floor, and it runs like a sewing machine. It's kind of a really fun bike to drive.
Chum, you got to realize in the 60s and 70s, these things, hands down, were just a better machine than a Harley was. They were a lot faster. They were heads and tails above Harley in technology, but they've kind of gone in and out of business a bunch of times, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe it was in the 70s. Didn't they run out of stock?
I think you're right.
Which is basically what made a lot of customers switch to Hondas.
Honda was a big player in the mid to late 70s.
10 years ago, you couldn't find a Triumph on the streets.
They're real collectible, absolutely. We have another one over here.
Oh, that trike is sweet.
It's as fast as it looks, too. This is what we call our Paco race trike. We built it in 2013 for the show circuit to attract attention and bring people into our booth and so forth.
So this one looks like it's meant to go really fast.
It's a 5-speed with a chain drive because it's 125 inches, about 140 horsepower. So this is a pretty special, one-of-a-kind bike.
What do you want for the trike?
I think it's worth every penny of $40,000. You couldn't build it for that, you know. It's a one-of-a-kind piece, and you're not going to find another one anywhere in the world like it.
Okay. So what are you looking for on the Triumph?
I'd like to get $10,000 for it. I think it's reasonable.
Well, I guess we got to ride them. I'll do the Triumph.
I'm kind of scared of this thing, honestly. It looks intimidating.
Yeah, you really got to pay attention when you drive this one. It's really fast. Did you guys bring your helmets?
Yes, we did.
All right.
Antoine, you want to go grab them?
Grab mine too, please.
Man, you guys are lazy.
Yeah!
These bikes both run great, and I know my dad really wants to Triumph, but I'm not sure they meet my motorcycle standards. So it all depends if Steve wants to lay off the gas and lower the gap on this price.
Left you in the dust, Big Hoss. This thing looks intimidating, and let me tell you what it is. But you feel like a badass driving this thing.
Definitely got a style to it. What did you think about the Triumph?
You know, I've never ridden a British bike before. It feels like I'm driving on the wrong side of the street.
Well, I'm telling you right now, we got to get this thing right here. We're gonna be dumb if we don't pull back up to the shop with this bad boy.
This trike, we'd like to get $40,000.
I'm really liking it. But that being said, I think we are going to end up passing on the trike. Seems like you guys just got a little bit too much money in it. And it's just going to be a hard sell at the shop. But what can we really do on the Triumph?
We'd like to get $10,000.
Would you take 6?
No. I think it's a legit $10,000, $11,000 bike. I'll do 8.
I can go to 7. You got to remember, I buy these to make money on them, too. Getting up into 8 and 9 grand, you know, there's not much there for me to make.
75.
7. That's the best I could do.
We'll have to pass.
Have to pass? Okay, 75.
75, your dad's gonna be mad if you don't come back with that for over $500. Even Antoine knows that.
That's right.
72.
I think I'm going to hold at 75.
Well, maybe next time, my man. I'll be around.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for the ride, man.
Oh, no, my pleasure.
Back to the 2 wheels, I
All
guess.
right.
Corey, over $300, you guys are gonna be pissed.
What's up, Pop?
Hey, what's up? You guys get my motorcycle?
No.
What happened?
Corey wouldn't buy it over $300. The guy was at $7,500 and Corey was stuck at $7,200.
Wait. What did I tell you guys to do?
Rick, I told him, buy the bike, your dad's gonna be pissed at you.
The bike was in perfect condition.
You tattletales, man. Honestly, no, dude, the deal wasn't right.
I didn't tell you to buy it because it was worth it or not. I told you to buy it for me.
There was no money to be made on the bike. I did you a favor.
No, son, I wanted the bike for myself because what do I ride, guys?
Triumph.
So I basically paid for you guys to have a vacation?
Not you guys. I argued to bring the bike home, Rick. I really did. Your son,
Corey.
decided not to buy the bike over $300.
You know what? This is all my fault. I should have never sent you guys.
Thanks a lot, Core.
Rick, really, you could send me on another trip. I promise.
Earlier, a customer came in with an antique firebox. Oddly enough, my dad is buying a fire truck, and I think this would be something pretty cool to get him. So I'm gonna have Rick Dale come down and see if he can restore it and make it somewhat useful for his ranch up in Oregon. Hey, what's up, Rick?
Hey, how you been?
Always good.
Jim, good to see you. I'm Rick.
Hi, Steve.
Steve, good to meet you.
So, guys got a firebox.
This is cool, huh? These were like a big deal, because back in the mid-1800s, there was no phones. So the only way to tell somebody there's a fire is either yell, or they started putting these out. So back in the day when they were making them, Gamewell had like 95% of the market share, meaning they literally went to every city you possibly could. And they saved lives and buildings from fires. So that's what, so are you fireman?
I was, yeah, 27 years.
Right on, thank you.
Yeah,
for
sure.
saving us all. Have you ever used one of these?
No, actually, they were gone before I came in the fire service. There actually are still some cities that still use them as a redundant backup system.
So, is there a way you could turn this into an actual functioning fire alarm?
Well, in order to get the thing working, I need telegraph line.
There's no telegraph line.
Right. So what you can do, though, is this. I mean, we've done these for all kinds of collectors, and what we do is we basically take it all apart, eliminate some of that telegraph system, rewire it, make it to where you push a button and the whistles, bells, and buzzers go off. Right here, sometimes they had lights.
Right.
They had a little round light, and the other thing we do is we put a bell on it. You know, a loud bell.
What's $350 for it? Is it worth it?
Yeah. The way it is, between $200 and $350, right in there.
Okay.
Looks like we might be calling you to fix this if we get it.
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
All
Take
right.
care.
Well, my man, I have to admit, you kind of have me over a barrel here because I don't really get too many opportunities to buy my dad something I know he's going to want. You wanted $350, I'll give you $350.
Deal.
Deal? Cool.
All right.
Jump right up.
All right, I'll meet you at the front counter.
All right, thanks.
What do you buy a guy who owns a pawn shop and can get whatever he wants? An old rusty box full of broken wires. But once Rick Dale finishes shining it up, I'll send it up to the ranch so it's there to surprise him. And he's gonna love it.
Monday morning, leave the pawn shop, 1,000 miles to Oregon.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. It's gonna be a ball.
It's perfect. The fire alarm box should be in Oregon by now.
Sweet, let's ride.
What's this?
A little gift.
Me and Chum got that for you.
All right.
You want me to do the honors?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, cool.
Check that out.
It's an old 1930s firebox.
To go with my fire truck.
Yeah, looks pretty sweet, huh?
I love those things.
The seller brought it into the shop.
When we got it, it was just a rust box. We had Rick Dale go over the entire thing. He repainted it all. He added the pole and the bell and this light. Opens up.
Wow. Does it actually work?
You can't actually get the fire department out here,
Doesn't send a telegraph anymore.
but we have a remote where you can set this on and off.
Well, cool, guys. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna get my fire truck. I'm gonna have the complete package.
You're welcome, Rick.
Thank you, guys.
Can I have
I
a
said
hug?
thank you. Sure. You can get a hug, Chum. No.
Don't touch me. Okay, that's something you don't see every day. What in the world is this?
This is a Kentucky Fried Chicken chandelier lamp.
Tell me where you got this.
My husband and I worked for Kentucky Fried Chicken in 1980. We had been in management training, and they called us up one day and said, you get to open up a store that they had just finished remodeling. As we walked into the store, this was sitting on the floor. I'm like, can I have that? And he said, yeah, go ahead, take it. We don't want it.
So you just been rocking a KFC chandelier for 40 years. That's commitment.
I'm looking to sell my KFC chandelier bucket lamp. The chandelier is probably 60 to 70 years old. The buckets are in perfect shape. Unfortunately, one of the insulators on one of the arms has broken. I think this chandelier is extremely unique. I'm really hoping to get $2,000 today for my chandelier.
So in the earliest days, Colonel Sanders would make meals for truck drivers. He always wanted to do fried chicken, but it took too long to cook, so he actually was the guy that invented like the pressure cooker or deep fryer where he could actually cook fried chicken. It didn't take like over an hour to make anymore. And he would lease them out to gas stations and stuff like that. And that's where Kentucky Fried Chicken actually came from. I mean, the guy was a serial entrepreneur. So did this bucket fall off it or something? Or, I mean, I see it right here.
When my husband brought it down out of the garage where it has been for the last 8 years, he noticed that this insulator wasn't working.
Okay, so, I mean, here's the good thing, though. All your glass buckets or whatever, those all seem to be perfectly fine. Everything else on this is trivial. It's in really good condition. Give me an idea of how much you're looking to get out of it.
$2,000.
Okay, just like the Colonel, I gotta make money too here. So I'm gonna go ahead and offer you $1,300 for it.
Can you go 1,500?
You know what? I gotta have it. $1,500, it's yours.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, well, why don't you meet me around the corner over there and we'll do some paperwork on it, okay?
Okay, thank you. $1,500, I feel like the winner of a chicken dinner.